Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 229. In today's episode, we need to play that, the middle block of games, which in the weekend league can either go one of two ways. It's going to go really good or it's going to go really, really bad. And I think those are the only two options. And today, hopefully, things are going to go nice for us. If you do enjoy on this Monday, hit me with a thumbs up. It's the start of a new week. It's the start of a new challenge. Let's go for 3,000 likes. I know you can do that, so hit that thumbs up. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Click that little notification bell. It means that you'll never miss a video. And you can be one of my early commenters as well, which is, as you know, I like to reply to. So we're starting today's episode out at 4 wins, all right? 4 wins, going on in. Going to get some nice W's again throughout this episode. But this is the team I come up against, and I'm like, ooh. It's a very nice squad. Lots of good players in it. I could tell right from the get-go that this was a foot champs player. I think he had golden goat or something, and for the first half an hour I was really struggling. I did get a goal kind of on the counter-attack, and I don't know if I really deserved it. When we have a look at the halftime stats here, it looks like I've completely rigged this guy, which may be the case from the first half. But we just about held on. So, and I don't think his opportunities were actually that amazing, if I'm honest. So pushing on into the second half then, Tierney comes into that CDM role, and what a great job he does there. Honestly, what a player. We actually managed to snag a second goal. We go 2-0 up. But the only problem with moving that Tierney up to CDM is that my right-back situation then isn't as good. I actually don't really like that Furlon Mendy anymore. I think we finally come to the point. End of April, we got him at Footmas. I think we finally come to the realization now that Furlon Mendy, for me, maybe not for you, is not quite kind of anymore. So, but hey, we held on and we actually got a very, very hard-fought 2-0 victory against this opponent, and that genuinely could have been a 5-0 to him at some stages. I felt like we really did hold on. I would say, I'd put my hands up and say I got lucky. At least I was clinical when I had the few chances that I did. So we move up another level in the season progress, which is going to earn us a Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, which is a 15k pack, I think. Is it? Someone let me know. Yeah, it's got to be, right? And I think I managed to finally get rid of Ducore for 850 coins. Fine, you guys can have him. Whatever. And into the pack we go. So, can we get ourselves a board, a walkout, an icon, a TOTS, any of that? Well, no. No is the answer. Since getting Red Koulibaly the other day, my packs have been pretty trash. Is how I would say, yeah, they've just not been that good. But a lot of you in the comment section started your TOTS counters the other day, which is cool. I like that. Keep it up in the comments, by the way. You can flex as hard as you want down there and let me know that you've packed loads and loads of TOTS. I don't care if you've done it by spending loads of FIFA points or if you've saved loads of packs because you are also an RTG. But when I finally get a TOTS in a pack, which I'm sure will happen at some point in time, it's going to feel so good because we've not spent a penny and it will be earned. I don't really care if it's a bad one. That first one, I just want it to happen, you know. We know that we'll get TOTS eventually, but I just want that first one to happen at this point, even if it's one of the lower rated EFL TOTS. And actually, when I was thinking about this earlier, oh, by the way, I get absolutely destroyed by this guy. His team name was Above Average, and that's exactly what he was. I checked his name up on FootWiz, and he's someone which I don't think got on the leaderboards last year, but in FIFA 17 and FIFA 18, FIFA 17 and FIFA 18 was on the leaderboard, so he was probably a high elite, very, very good player on this game, and I wasn't going to stick around after going 3-0 down so early on. My opponent nearly scores with his Adama Traore, who I've also found a little bit like Furlon Mendy. I've also found that this Adama is not as potent as he used to be. Like, he's not as difficult to defend against. I think we all realise that he's probably just going to sprint at you, and you've just got to try and cover that as best you can. So I end up going 1-0 up. Douglas Costa's going to knock it inside to Neymar, who's going to try and push out wide, but then cut inside nicely. Really, really good little McGeady spin from Neymar. I'm actually going to presumptuously open my Excel spreadsheet so that we can talk about this as we go on through the episode. You would think that I would have this done by now because, you know, like I talk about it all the time and I always end up opening Excel in the episode, but it is what it is. So I'm 3-0 up at half time in this one. Things are... to be honest, I can't believe this guy's not rage quit. Like, with 3-0 up in the first half, like, why are you not rage quitting there? I like the last game, I was gone. How come this guy isn't? Why am I not getting the quits this week? I think up to this point, I'd had one rage quit. One rage quit in my second game when I was 3-0 up. Other than that, I've won 5-2, 7-2, 6-0. Like, people are just genuinely sweating it out for those rival rank points this week, and I don't really know why. Are they expecting the points to be so much higher because everyone's playing the game a little bit more now that it's TOTS? I'm not sure. But a 5-0 victory at the end of 90 minutes. The game wasn't actually that, like... It wasn't that much of a gap. You know, you could see that we both had nearly the same possession, nearly the same amount of shots. He wasn't actually a bad player, but we were so clinical. And he wasn't... I would say that about him, is that he wasn't very clinical at all. So I'm going to take another Tifo. Probably not going to replace the Golden Goat, though, is it? Definitely not going to replace the Golden Goat. I slaved 300 games for the Golden Goat. I'm not gonna give it up now. Anyway, we come up against Moments Butragueno, Moments Gattuso, Neymar, and all sorts of other players. I'm pretty sure there was a Ben Yedder in there as well. And oddly enough, this guy played Butragueno's 93 rated card as a wide cam with Ben Yedder up front. Yeah, that goes to show you everything you need to know about this game and how good Ben Yedder is. And I tweeted the other day that it is statistically impossible to actually tackle him on FIFA 20. It feels that way when you're in game with him, doesn't it? Now, I find myself 2-0 up. We're also going to get an opportunity here. David Luiz is going to knock it back to Atal, and that's going to fall into him. Sometimes he isn't the player that runs in from that edge from the corner, but when he is, we often score. So I have a nice little corner technique. Play it short, ball roll it to the byline, and then try and cut it back to either David Luiz or Atal to then take the shot. So right off the bat in the second half, we go for another goal here. Some nice dribbling and little 1-2 passes between Douglas Costa and Neymar. And I finally get that strike away with Neymar. Get the goal. Go 4-0 up. Again. No rage quit. What is happening here? And he finally scores with Ben Yedder. I think he got really lucky to get through. He like nutmegged one of my centre-backs or something. But hey, he got through. He scored his goal. And he actually pushed on and looked as if he was going to maybe try and get back into this one. He scores another goal. Hey, it was offside though. So that one's not going to count. There's no way I'm going to give up a 4-goal lead. I think... I'm just like, I'm too tuned into this game now where I would just probably pass it around the back if it even got close. There's no way you should be giving up a 4-0 lead. You should be doing all sorts of defensive stuff to make sure you don't give up the 4-goal lead if they start pushing you again. So, the victory right there at 4-1, no rage quit, is going to lead us to be 7-1. Not bad. And then I decided to stop for a little bit because you can't just... This was my Saturday session, by the way. You can't just constantly play the game over and over again. It is it's mentally draining, and of course you start to make mistakes if you play too long in a row. So I stopped. I played some Call of Duty. I played some Warzone, which is my game of choice right now. I am on Warzone a lot. I've got I think I've got 25 wins with my mates. And they've got me, big old heavy lasty, in the backpack because I am 30 years old and I can't shoot straight anymore. I've got a 1.03 KD and I die a lot. But hey, we get the wins and we've got about 25 wins now, which is actually quite good. Let me know if you're a Warzone player down below. How many wins have you got? I'm curious. So it's not what you want to see a Libertadores player pop up as you get your rare Electrum Players Pack from the Daily SBC. But hey, we've done the TOTS Community Challenge in order to unlock that. And then I go into this next game and I'm like, what am I seeing when he scores that? absolute rubbish goal. But a little bit of 45th minute cheese, anyone? We're going to get through and have the opportunity to hit the finesse with Lucas Moura, score the goal to get this game to 1-1. And then in the second half, about the 60th minute, 30 minutes to go, we are going to get through and get very lucky again. So we've countered his seriously lucky rebound rubbish goal to get one ourselves. So we're 2-1 up. We're going to push through again here. Lucas is going to knock it into Douglas Costa, and I'm going to absolutely rifle that one into the roof of the net. 3-1 up in a game where I was 1-0 down and thought it was going to be one of those games, you know. And we're just going to push forward here and try and score another one. I've scored so many goals this week so far. It's crazy. Finally, I thought I'd try a little method. I don't know if that's super toxic. Apologies if you think it is. But the shush got him to quit. I shouldn't do that though. I'm going to stop doing that anyway. It doesn't happen very often. But if I'm trying to get a quit, sometimes after a whole bunch of goals, you might wind them up enough to quit with the shush. Anyway, next game. 3 very nice reds from the Prem this guy's got. So I was worried that, like, maybe he's an elite player. He's played a lot of foot champs, got loads of wins under his belt to get loads of good reds. But I think I end up going, like, this might be my fastest rage quit of the weekend. I get a goal with Atal. Again, we get very fortunate for that to end up dropping for us and stuff. And then Douglas Costa just runs on in and smashes it into the back of the net. That's going to lead to a 2-0 rage quit. 12 FIFA minutes. I'll take that. That's what you want in the weekend league. They're the time savers. Other than that, it's been one of the longer weekends for me so far. So that 2-0 is going to bring us up to our 9th win. 10 wins gone now. We're 9-1. And then we come up against this. That looks like a bit of a meaty squad. Lots of good players in there. Lots of like SBC. Well, there's not lots of SBC, I guess. There was a few SBC players. And this guy wasn't that great. He wasn't that great. He really wasn't. And I'm gonna lose this match here. It was just a rubbish game where things just went awry, is all I would say. I feel like I was rigged in this one, but I've probably rigged a couple of people in so far in this episode. So it's not the end of the world. I got a little bit of motivation as I scored the equaliser 57 minutes into this game. But then he ends up getting another goal here. Enzo Perez knocks it into Crespo. He somehow kept the ball. He's knocked it into Furlong Mendy. God damn you, Furlong Mendy. And then look at this. Oh, this is the funniest thing. He's actually scored direct from a corner. That's brilliant. Like, fair play to you, mate. Like, I brought my keeper out a lot, but I would expect maybe the front post guy to step up and try and head that away. And then when I made a stupid challenge and I just like scored an own goal, got sent off. I knew that I was going to dashboard that one, not get my rank points, so that I didn't have to take the red card with Furlong Mendy. So that's a loss. What did I write for my... Oh yeah, I wrote, I got a red card and scored an own goal. I was rigged. Maybe I wrote that when I was a little bit annoyed at that loss. But hey, we're going to push in straight into the next game. And what I would say about this team, apart from this one game that we just lost, is that these guys played like icons today. This team is like iconic now, I think. This might be like a Hall of Famer type team, all right? Because there's a whole bunch of players that have been in this squad now for a while. Douglas Costa is going in the Road to Glory Hall of Fame. Obviously, Neymar is like the pinnacle. He's right at the top, alongside like Ronaldinho from last year and like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from last year and stuff. But like when you look at the main squad, we only really change 1 or 2 players each week, and a lot of it, like Atal, has to go into the Hall of Fame because the guy's a beast. At the end of this episode, right, so far in this weekend league, Atal from 13 games has got 9 goals, 9 assists from wide cam. That is absolutely ludicrous, considering my wide cams normally get about 9 contributions between them for an entire weekend league. He's got 18 contributions in 13 games from wide cam. He is literally amazing. I love him. And that's why, like, I think I'll probably do like a thumbnail for you guys where my starting 11 is all icons. They are genuinely, they've been playing like icons this week. Loads of goals scored. I've been defending pretty well, I think. And just like the link-up play between the cams and the strikers has been fantastic. I know Lucas Moura has gone a little bit quiet. But, I mean, at the end of this episode, what's Lucas on? 13 games, 5 goals, 6 assists. So 11 contributions in 13 games. That's still really high for a wide cam in my team. He's genuinely doing pretty well as well. And like I've mentioned to you in yesterday's episode, having that amount of pace out wide drags a defender out. It forces there someone to try, 2 defenders to go and try and tackle him. That leaves a gap behind. You can knock that ball in and then you've got extra space. And that might be one of the key reasons as to why we've been scoring goals this weekend. Maybe. But we're like 4-0 up in this game right here. Things going well. Again, I'm just trying to get him to rage quit. He doesn't rage quit. But we get through with Lucas. I'm going to chip the goalkeeper there. And that is going to be goal number 5. 5-0. It was enough for this guy to end up leaving, end up quitting as well. So we're gonna get a lovely win to end the episode off on. So what did I write there? I wrote generic meta team. I had to put him in his place because he had like Neymar, Mbappe, Ben Yedder, Eder Militao. It was just a standard squad, wasn't it, really? Yeah, so at the end of this episode, Atal, 9 goals, 9 assists. Neymar, 14 goals, 12 assists in 13 games. That's crazy. That is 26 contributions. 2 contributions on average per game for Neymar. Really well done to him. Douglas Costa's on 25 contributions. He's on 17 goals and 8 assists. He does score more than Neymar, and that's consistent for like 3 weekends in a row now. But yeah, like how can I not love this team? It's been going really good. Obviously, the bottle's probably coming tomorrow. So far, so good though. We're 11-2. Wow, what a great start. I would definitely take that if someone offered it to me on a plate at the start of the weekend league. I think this week is less important than the next week for going all the way to 17 wins. Depending on if I bottle tomorrow, you might see me just go to 14 and we'll risk it in the packs. There's also a fun element to that. But the aim is to probably try and go up towards 17. It's just, if I lose like 6 games in a row, I know that I'm going to lose all motivation to play. But for like Prem TOTS and stuff, I think 17 is a must so that we can get definite players from that league. Maybe Prem TOTS and Ligue 1 TOTS or Serie A TOTS, whatever we're rocking here. Those are the 3 leagues in our squads. Those are the ones where we would definitely want to get guaranteed players in red from the main leagues. But community and EFL, like, there's actually some community, there's some EFL players that are better than the community tots, right? But guys, that's going to end the episode for today. Do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button. 3,000 likes. Drill it into your skull right now to hit that thumbs up button on the episodes. And of course, subscribe to the channel. I thank you for that. Come follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Links are down below, everyone, in the description. And leave a nice comment down below for someone to make their day. That is your goal for me. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.